Your dog apologized at least 3 times today, and you missed every single one. Not because you're a bad owner. Nobody ever taught you what a dog's apology really looks like. Everything you called attitude, stubbornness, or manipulation. That was your dog begging for forgiveness in their only language. After today, you'll never misread them again. Let's reveal how. Behavior 1. The moment you called it attitude. The moment you raise your voice, your dog turns their head away from you. And almost every owner reads that exact same way. Attitude. Disrespect. He knows what he did, and he doesn't even care. That interpretation isn't just wrong. It's the complete opposite of the truth. In wolfpack dynamics, a direct, hard stare between two animals isn't communication. It's a declaration of war. When your dog deliberately turns their head away during tension, they are not ignoring you. They are actively preventing a fight. Canine behaviorists call this a calming signal, a conscious act of de-escalation. Your dog is saying, "I recognize you're the boss. I do not want conflict." The painful irony? Forcing your dog to look at you while scolding pushes them into a confrontational posture. Their entire instinct is screaming to avoid. That head turn isn't attitude. It's a white flag, and you've been punishing them for waving it. That white flag lasts only seconds, but what your dog does in the next few minutes, staying or leaving, reveals something about their love that most owners never stop to appreciate. The wag that was asking for forgiveness. Here is the single most dangerous myth in the dog-owning world. A wagging tail means a happy dog. A wagging tail means one thing only: emotional arousal. Beyond that, you must read the position and speed to understand the real emotion. A high, stiff, rapid wag? Alertness, sometimes aggression. A loose, mid-level wag? Genuine joy. But a low, slow, sweeping wag? Tail held below the spine, moving in a careful, deliberate arc. That is something completely different. That specific wag is a diplomatic question. Your dog is asking with their entire body, "Are we okay? Can I come back to you? Is it safe?" They are waiting in real emotional suspense for your answer. If you soften your posture or simply exhale, you've said yes. If you stay rigid and silent, they retreat. That slow wag is one of the most vulnerable things your dog will ever show you. It deserves a response. They asked with their tail. Now they ask with their voice. And what comes out next sounds so simple, but it's one of the most raw emotional releases a dog is capable of. The breath that was carrying your fight. After conflict, your dog retreats to their bed, circles, lies down, and releases a long, slow, trembling exhale, or a soft, barely audible whine from somewhere deep. Most owners either ignore it completely or get more frustrated. Now they're sulking. Neither response understands what's actually happening biologically. When your dog experiences a stressful confrontation, their body floods with adrenaline and cortisol. Those stress hormones don't disappear when the argument ends. They need to be physically expelled, a process scientists call stress cycle completion. That heavy sigh is literally adrenaline leaving the body. The same release that happens when a human finally bursts into tears after holding it together all day. That soft whine is an appeasement vocalization, borrowed from puppy behavior, designed to trigger nurturing instincts in you. Your dog is not sulking. They are recovering from genuine emotional distress. One soft word from you is all they need. The sigh fades, the whine goes quiet. Silence, and then something cold and soft touches your hand, and everything changes. The touch that asked if you still cared. You're sitting on the couch, still frustrated, and then you feel it, a single soft cold nose pressing gently against the back of your hand. No pawing, no jumping, no demanding, just one quiet, tentative touch. This is the submissive nudge, and it is one of the bravest things your dog will ever do. Think about their position. They know you're still upset. Their nervous system is still registering you as a threat. And yet they crossed the room, lowered their head, flattened their ears, and reached out to touch the one creature that just scared them. That nudge is a calculated risk. They are asking one question with that cold nose. Are you still mine? When they make contact, oxytocin releases in their brain, lowering stress and reconnecting the emotional bond between you. If you pull your hand away in that moment, you are answering their question, and the answer you're giving them is devastating. One touch wasn't enough. Now they need more. What they do next isn't just touching you. They press their entire existence against you, because they need to feel you haven't left them. Emotionally, the kiss you kept pulling away from. The second you finish scolding, your dog lunges forward, furiously licking your hands, your arms, desperately trying to reach your face. And when you're already angry, nothing is more frustrating. Stop licking me, I'm mad at you. You pull away, you turn your face, and in doing so, you just rejected the most ancient peace signal in your dog's entire emotional vocabulary. To understand why, go back thousands of years to wolf puppies. Cubs licked adult muzzles to trigger regurgitation of food. As dogs evolved, that behavior transformed. The action stayed, but the meaning shifted into the most powerful submission signal in their social language. Lower-ranking dogs lick higher-ranking dogs to say one thing. You are above me. Please do not hurt me. When your dog furiously licks your hand after conflict, they are performing the canine equivalent of dropping to their knees and bowing. Pulling away doesn't just reject the gesture, it tells your dog their highest act of respect has been refused. The licking stops. You think the apology is over. It isn't. What happens next is the moment that separates owners who truly understand their dog from everyone else, the second they gave up fighting back. You catch your dog destroying something. You step forward, point your finger, use your firmest voice, and instantly they drop. They roll completely onto their back, tuck their tail tight to their stomach, and expose their belly. And here is where the most damaging mistake in dog ownership happens. Every human instinct, every adorable video online, has trained us to see a dog on their back as an invitation. Oh, he wants belly rubs. So you reach down mid-reprimand and start rubbing. Or worse, you continue standing over them, voice raised, while they lie completely exposed. What you are not seeing is what that position actually means. Your dog is exposing their throat, their vital organs, physically removing their ability to run or defend themselves. This is not cute. This is total, unconditional surrender. I am entirely defenseless. Please do not hurt me. Some dogs pushed this far will urinate involuntarily, or snap defensively because they feel completely trapped. Step back. Exhale. Lower your posture. Let them decide when it's safe to roll back over. That surrender should have stopped you cold, but the next signal happens even faster, in one frozen second. And if you misread it, you will make everything dramatically worse. The stillness that was actually terror. Most owners never catch this because it happens in a split second. You raise your voice, and your dog goes completely unnaturally still. Not relaxed still, frozen still, every muscle locked, breathing shallow, eyes slightly wide. Most people read this as guilt. Look at him, he knows exactly what he did. But this is a fear response called tonic immobility, the same biological mechanism that makes prey, animals, play dead. Your dog's nervous system has been flooded so suddenly with stress that it hit an emergency pause button. They aren't processing guilt. They are processing genuine fear. That freeze means one thing. Danger level critical. Do not move. Do not escalate. Every second you keep pushing past that freeze, you are driving your dog deeper into a fear state they may not easily recover from. When you see the freeze, stop. Go quiet. Give them the space to unfreeze on their own terms. The freeze lasts seconds, but the next signal plays out slowly and quietly. And most owners walk past it every single time without realizing their dog is doing something extraordinarily brave. The blink that said, "I trust you." You've seen your cat do this, but your dog does it too. And almost nobody talks about it. After tension starts settling, your dog looks at you and offers one single slow, deliberate blink. Not a tired blink, a soft, intentional one. In animal behavioral science, a direct stare is aggression. A slow blink is the exact opposite. A voluntary lowering of the most critical defense mechanism an animal has: their vision. Your dog is choosing to make themselves momentarily blind in front of you. That is not a small thing. That is an act of profound trust. They are saying, "I am not afraid of you right now. I believe you won't hurt me while my eyes are closed." If you slow blink back, you are answering in their language. The tension in the room drops almost immediately. Try it once. You will never stop doing it. They trusted you with their eyes. Now watch what they do with their nose, because your dog is about to read something about you that you absolutely cannot hide. The nose that was reading your anger. Right after conflict, your dog approaches and carefully sniffs your hands, your legs, sometimes your face. Not the excited greeting sniff when you come home. A slow, deliberate, investigative sniff. Most owners push them away. But your dog is doing something neurologically extraordinary. Dogs process emotion through scent. When you are angry, your body chemistry literally changes. Cortisol and adrenaline alter your natural scent signature in ways your dog detects with a nose 100,000 times more sensitive than yours. Your dog is checking whether the chemical signals of anger have actually left your body yet. They are reading your emotional state with an accuracy no human expression could match. That scent check is your dog asking, "Are you calm yet? Is it safe to fully come back?" When you stay still and breathe slowly, you are passing their test. You are chemically telling them the storm has passed. They passed their nose over you, found what they were looking for. And now, no dramatic gesture, no big moment. They do something so quiet that most owners never register it as an apology at all. The wiggle that was pure relief. You've both been tense. And then suddenly, the moment your dog senses anger leaving your body, they explode. Not into jumping or barking, into a full-body wiggle so intense their back half seems to be trying to overtake their front half. The tail becomes a blur. The whole spine curves and uncurves rapidly. It looks goofy. It looks undignified. It is one of the most emotionally honest things your dog will ever do in front of you. This behavior, called the whole body wag, is a pure release of emotional tension. The biological equivalent of a child bursting into relieved laughter after a scary moment passes. Your dog has been holding enormous stress throughout the entire conflict. The moment you soften, your posture, your voice, your scent, they feel it instantly. And they cannot contain the relief. That ridiculous wiggle is pure joy that your relationship survived. It deserves to be met with a smile. The wiggle is joy you can see. But what your dog does in the middle of the night, hours after you've both moved on, reveals just how deeply they were still carrying that conflict inside them. The night they came back to you, you had a tense afternoon. By evening, you've mostly moved on. You go to bed. And somewhere in the middle of the night, you feel a warm weight settle against your legs, or a chin rest carefully on the edge of the mattress. Your dog came to find you in the dark. This is not random. Dogs do not experience time the way humans do. A conflict from 6 hours ago is not yesterday to them. It is recent. It is unresolved until physical closeness confirms otherwise. Nighttime is when the pack historically huddles together. And a dog who experienced daytime conflict feels a biological pull to re-establish physical connection before sleep. That quiet, careful, middle-of-the-night approach is your dog finishing the apology they started hours ago. They waited until you were calm, until it felt safe. And then they came to close the distance. Let them stay. They found you in the dark. In daylight they go, searching for something else, not to cuddle, not to lick, but to bring you the one thing that means more to them than almost anything they own, the day they begged not to be left. After conflict, some dogs find their leash and bring it to you, not because they necessarily want to walk, because the leash means together. It means you and them moving through the world as one unit. In your dog's emotional vocabulary, abandonment is the ultimate punishment. Being left behind, separated from the pack, is a primal fear, hardwired into every dog regardless of breed. Bringing you the leash is your dog's most direct way of saying, "Please don't shut me out. Take me with you. I want to be where you are." It is an apology wrapped inside the most powerful symbol of connection they know. Even if you don't go for a walk, hold the leash for a moment, acknowledge them. Let them know the bond is intact. The gesture was never about exercise. It was always about belonging. They begged not to be left behind. And now, the final signals, hidden in the smallest, most overlooked parts of your dog's body. Starting with two things on top of their head that most owners misread every single time. The shrink that was saying sorry. Flattened ears pressed tight against the skull. Most owners see this and think their dog is sad or sulking. They either ignore it or immediately start over-comforting with high-pitched voices. Both responses miss the actual message entirely. Ear position is one of the most precise emotional indicators in your dog's entire body language system. Ears pinned flat during or after conflict is a classic appeasement posture. One of the clearest submission signals in canine communication. Your dog is physically making themselves appear smaller, less threatening, less dominant. They are showing you with their own anatomy that they are not a challenge to your authority. Combined with a lowered head and softened eyes, pinned ears mean your dog has composed themselves into the most non-threatening shape their body can make. They are not sad. They are formally communicating deference, speak low, calm, and steady. That is exactly the response their signal is designed to receive. Ears down, body low, everything quiet. And then, the most beautiful moment of all. No gesture, no sound, no movement. Just your dog making one conscious decision that says more than every behavior on this entire list combined. The moment they chose to forgive you. And then, they just go back to being your dog. They pick up their toy. They stretch out in their spot. They wander to the water bowl. They look back at you once, tail doing that easy, relaxed, mid-level wag. And carry on. No grudge, no lingering coldness, complete unconditional return to normal. This is not your dog forgetting what happened. This is your dog choosing to release it. Dogs do not have the neurological architecture for spite or revenge. They cannot punish you with silence or withhold affection to make a point. The moment they perceive the conflict as resolved, they let it go. Completely. Immediately. Permanently. That easy return to normal. After everything they went through, the freeze, the nudge, the surrender, all of it, is the final and greatest apology your dog will ever give you. They worked that hard to keep the peace, and then they forgave you for making them work that hard, every single time. Now stop for a second, because I need you to think. Out of all 14 behaviors we just covered, how many has your dog shown you today alone? Not last week, not last month. Today. Because I guarantee the number is higher than you think. And here's what's haunting me. Every single one of those moments happened while you were distracted, while you were on your phone, while you were watching TV, while you were just living your life. Your dog was standing right there, quietly working through an apology you never even noticed. So here's what I want you to do right now. Drop a comment below and tell me, which behavior hit you the hardest?